Hi there, and welcome to this week's edition of Top End Track Talk. I'm Andrew O'Toole, and today we'll be having a look at the first of three consecutive Saturday meetings here at Fanny Bay as we build towards Christmas. Having not raced for a fortnight in the top end, the entries for the 1st of December meeting are excellent, with some 53 acceptors in the 5 races, 4 of them each-way betting affairs. It will be interesting to see how the 8th and 15th of December meetings hold up, but given there are some 170 horses in training here in the top end at present, hopefully each meeting will present solid fields. Before we have a look at this week's meeting, the much anticipated tie-up stalls project is really taking shape. The insulated roof and wash bays were under construction this week, and there will only be another couple of concrete pours to go to complete the base, which will then be completely covered with rubber tiles. Power will be hooked up to the tie-ups later this week in preparation for the addition of fans, which will be such a difference for all participants and horses. Kevin Clark and his team from Clark Constructions are doing a sterling job, and the tie-up should be in use for the first meeting in January, if not before. Now on to the selections for Saturday's 5 races. First, the Women in Thoroughbred Racing NT Handicap. My numbers are 2, 3, 5 and 6. I'm going here with the Chris Pollard trained Big Blows, number 2. Paul Denton takes the mount. It's only had the one run this campaign, was a good second here on the 10th of November behind Miazza, beaten about 2.3 lengths on that occasion. But this horse raced well when trained by Stephen Brown during the carnival, won a race over this trip of 1,300 metres and finished midfield in the Derby. And I think after that first up run, should be very hard to beat in this 0 to 58 contest. Number 2 on top for me, ahead of number 3, Isle of Light. Angela Forster's galloper returned to his best last time out here with a good win. Kim Gladwin takes the mount again, should race well again. In for third, number 5, Son of a Fling from the Gary Clark stable. And my fourth selection, that's number 6, Lindwall. 2, 3, 5 and 6 in the first. The second is the Asian United Food Service Handicap. It's the benchmark 76 and it's over the 1,100 metres. A field of 6 here, and my numbers 1, 2, 3 and 5. Hard to go past number 1 here, the captain, Brendan Davis and Gary Clark, the combo. Incidentally, Gary's trained a double at the last 4 meetings here in the top end, so his team's really in great form, and I think he'll continue on his winning way with the captain. He's won his last 2, including the weight for age here on Melbourne Cup Day. That was 1,200 metres, back to the 1,100 should be no impediment, and number 1 looks the horse to beat. Ahead of number 2, El Toronado, Carl Spry trains, Kim Gladwin aboard. Carl and Sarah and the kids still overseas enjoying a well-deserved holiday in South Africa, but the team still firing along under the watchful eye of Kim and Jenna over there, and El Toronado should race well. He's a class act on his day. In for third, number 3, Nakoko. He'd want to improve on his last start disappointment on the 17th of November here, and my fourth selection, number 5, the fresh runner, it's Zocalis. 1, 2, 3 and 5 in the second. The third's the 10 Darwin Handicap. It's the benchmark 54, also over 1,100 metres. Another good even field here. My numbers 4, 1, 5 and 6. Going with the last start winner here, number 4, Flinders Beach from the Cherie Lawler stable. Was nice and sound winning over this trip and in this grade here on the 17th of November, beating Madame Duporth on that occasion. Barry Huppets, he's riding well, the old fella. Shouldn't call him that, but he's one of our senior statesmen is Barry, and he's doing a really good job. He takes the mount again on Flinders Beach. I've got it on top. Ahead of number 1, Divine Red, Brendan Davis for Gary Clark. Disappointed greatly last time out. That was the 27th of October. Gary's given the horse plenty of time to get over that run. Its earlier start for second was excellent, and I can see it bouncing back quickly. In for third, number 5, San Angelo, did a good job first up, and my fourth selection, number 6, Puzzled Princess. 4, 1, 5 and 6 in the third. We have a look now at the fourth. It's the Vale Stuart Cox OAM Trobus Maiden. Condolences to the family of Stuart Cox, the first TRNT chairman and a former board member of the Darwin Turf Club, passed away recently, and his funeral was held just earlier this week, so we named this race in Stuart's honour. My numbers here, 4, 6, 5 and 2. Number 4 on top here, Liberty's Torch, drawn awkwardly, but I think can overcome that. Paul Denton for Kerry Petrick was good the other day behind the very smart Pagman. If it can overcome the wide barrier draw, should jump from barrier 11, will be hard to beat. 4 on top for me, ahead of number 6, and that is McIntyre. Was good the other day for Paul Shires, Gary Lafoe, the trainer. It finished third in the same race behind Pagman. In for third, number 5, the newcomer Looking for You, and my fourth selection, number 2, First 3 Legs. 4, 6, 5 and 2 in the fourth. And the last, the Fusion Exhibition and Hire Services Handicap. It's the 1600 metre event on the day. It's for the 0 to 64 gallopers. Really good field to finish what should be a tremendous day's racing on the 1st of December. My numbers 7, 4, 6 and 3. 7 on top for me. One more time for Taciturn. 3 seconds its last 3 starts. Gets another ideal opportunity for Brendan Davis and Gary Clark. Only just collared the other day by Murphy. And I think Murphy and Taciturn are the two to fight this out, but I'm going for Taciturn to turn the tables on number 4, Murphy, who finished like a shot out of a gun the other day for Vanessa Arnott and Jason Manning. Will race well again, no doubt. In for third is number 6, and that is Carmen Aaron. Was in the same race the other day, finished a good third, only beaten half a length. Gary Lafoe Jr.'s got the source going well. Ray Viger in the saddle. My 4th selection, number 3, Bridgie Flyer. 7, 4, 6 and 3 in the last. My best bet in Darwin this Saturday comes up in race 1, and it's number 2, Big Blows. Race 1, number 2, Big Blows. Well, the best roughie comes up in the 3rd. Race 3, number 3, Fire Sun. Race 3, number 3, Fire Sun. Well, that wraps up this edition of Top End Track Talk, but we'll be back again next week in advance of our 8th of December meeting. Until then, good luck and good punting.